What's up, y'all? It's me, Big Dipper. I'm back with a new video and everything. So we are back with a new reading of Saw Friends. So we on chapter 5. The last chapter was about when Mia met this fox that came from Sawwood to come down to find Saw Friends. Now see it going back to get her friends to bring them to see if they can become Saw Friends too. So we on chapter 5. Mom, Mia grabbed, busting into Grandma Annie's house. Her mom was kneeling in the hall, putting some old diaries into a box. Megan said to a halt. Please, can't Sia and Lexi come over tomorrow? I had to see them. Her mom smiled. You can't be missing them that much. You just saw them this morning. I know, but this is important. I had an idea for a really good game in the kill ring, and I want to play with them. We could ride our bikes down there. You don't need to give us a ride. Okay, that's fine by me, as long as their mama okay with it. Mom dusts her hands on her pants. Aunt Carol is here. She popped in to see if I need a hand, so we decided to do some more cleaning. Hello, Mia, said Aunt Carol, appearing in the dining room doorway. See, look at Mom. The china in the dining room is all packed up. I'll just check the cabinet drawers to make sure they're empty. Do you want to help me, Mia? Okay, Mia said, following her back into the dining room. She felt like she was going to explode. If only she could tell someone what had just happened to her. I was thinking about you this morning, wondering if you'll see that unusually fox again. The one you were telling me about, said Aunt Karen, opening the top drawer of the cabinet and checking inside. I saw him just now, Mia burst out. She paced around the room, too excited to do something, and boarded at checking drawer. Really? And was his eyes blue? Aunt Karen asked curiously. Made his say, remembering her promise to Bracken. Maybe she shouldn't say anything more. I didn't get close enough to see, she lied. Maybe they are, maybe he's a magic fox, and Carrie winked at her over her shoulder. Mia Shell, what did that wink mean? Could Aunt Carrie possibly know about saw animals? Just then, Mia's mom came in with 2 cups of tea and a glass of juice on a tray. Time for a break, I think. Thanks for helping Carol. It's my pleasure, dear, said Aunt Carol, checking the final drawer in the cabinet. All these drawers are empty now. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? She pulled something out from the very back of the drawer. It was a shim round silver makeup compact with a shiny pink lid. That pretty, said Mom, taking it and opening it up. There was a mirror on one side and a pressed soaker of makeup powder on the other. It is, said Aunt Carrie, taking a sip of tea. We like it, Mom offered the compact to her. It hadn't been used. Oh no, I had no use for makeup on my old face, Aunt Carrie said. Mia shrugged. Why don't Mia take it? Okay, Mia put down her glass and took the compact. She had no use for the face powder either. But the case was put and she liked the fact that it had belonged to Grandma Annie. She slipped it into her pocket. Can I call C and Lexi now and see if they can come over tomorrow? Sure, her mom said. Mia went out to the front of the house, where the phone signal was better. Lexi was at her swimming lesson, so she left a message. She answered though, so you want us to bring our bikes? She said with me explaining what she wanted. Yes, we're going to ride to the woods near Grandma Annie, said Mia. Well, you saw that fox? Did you see him again today? She asked. You'll find out tomorrow, Mia said, hoping she was right. She ended the call and hugged the phone to her chest. Oh, please let Lex and Sylvie be soft friends too, she saw. Mia was still buzzing with excitement when she got home. She danced around the kitchen where Kyo was sitting at the table, reading a magazine. "What's up with you?" she said in surprise. "Nothing. I'm just happy," said Mia. She remembered a compact in her pocket and pulled it out, turning it over to look at it. "Not pretty. Where did you get it?" Cleo asked. Mia passed the mirror compact to Cleo so she could take a look. It was in one of the drawers at Grandma Annie's house. Aunt Carol found it. Cleo opened it and looked at the mirror. "You can have it if you want," said Mia, with what's a general tree. "I don't need it, thanks," Cleo smiled. Her phone buzzed. She checked the chain and got, "No way. Guess what just happened to Belle?" "What?" said Mia. "She's been asked to model for a magazine." "Oh wow, I am so jealous," especially her was. Cleo didn't sound it. She just sounded like a friend. She hurried out of the kitchen. "Bells," Mia heard shrill as she headed up the stairs. "That's awesome. What happened?" Mia shook her head. If Cleo thought that was awesome, what was she think about what had happened to her that day? She wondered if there were other soft friends nearby and what their soft friends were. Suddenly she remembered what Aunt Carol had said about Bracken being a magic fox and a salt sucker. Maybe Aunt Carol was a soft friend. And what about Grandma Annie? Could she be a soft friend too? She couldn't wait to see Bracken again. There were so many questions to ask. This passage withered overgrown, said Sear. The next morning, as she egged around a giant farm on the way to the clearing, the sky above was blue with wispy white clouds trailing across it. They were ridden to Grandma Annie's house together and left their bikes in the yard. Lexi jumped over a mossy rock. "Why is it so important that we come here today, Mia? What do you have planned?" "It's a surprise," Mia said, butterfly fluttering in her tummy. What was going to happen when they all reached the clearing? She remembered Bracken was from the day before. To be a soft friend, you had to really believe in magic. Lexi and Sid always say they believe in magic, but did they mean it? What if they couldn't hear the soft animal free? Then and even worse thought here. What if only one of them could? Lexi look at her worrying. "You know I don't like surprises." "This will be a good one," Mia said, crossing her fingers. When they reached the end of the path, Lexi and Sid looked around the clear. Said Lexi, looking confused. "What the surprise?" Mia chewed her lip. Well, she wasn't quite sure what to imagine would happen when they got there. Maybe that Bracken and the other soft animals would all be waiting. I should have come up with a plan, she realized. Lexi and Cedar were both looking at her anxiously. The surprise will be here any minute now," Mia Grant smiled. "Bracken, Bracken," she called her head. "I'm here. Where are you?" Cedar make a short and take a breath. "Look, it's a deer." "Oh, it's a beautiful, a young deer with a coat gleaming like a chestnut, stepped out of the trees. She stopped and stared at them with huge eyes, her delicate ears tracing a red trail shining down the tree, and went up beside the deer. It sat down on a haunches and looked closely between the girls, and then an otter poked its head out of the river. "There are so many animals here," said Lexi, as a feral hawk flew down from the trees and landed on a rock. A badger suffered from underneath a bush, and a mouse ran out. Finally, Sikh wildcats with shining eyes slid out from the shadow. All the animals stared at the tree girl. "Oh my, wow!" breathed Lexi, staring around. "What's happening? Is this the surprise, Mia?" whispered Sid. Mia nodded. "But how do you know these animals will be here?" Lexi said in amazement. Bracken came trotting out of the trees. Amelia felt it was a happiness as her eyes met his. He touched her hand with his nose. She heard him say, "Hello, me. Are they your friends?" Lexi and Sid both gave Sanger's shrieks. "That fox, he just spoke," said Lexi, pointing at Bracken. Mia looked from her to Sid. "Did you hear him too, Sid?" she asked. Sid nodded worriedly. "The light voices to me. If they can hear you, that means they can be your friend too, doesn't it, Bracken?" Bracken flung around the light. "Yes." He turned and looked at all the watching animals: the otter, the chur, the deer, the hawk, the badger, the mouse, and the wildcat. The question is, whose soul friends are they going to be? Thank you for listening to chapter 5 of Soul Friends. If y'all haven't yet, y'all can always go back and watch the other chapters and everything. So anyway, thank y'all for watching and see y'all on my next video. Bye y'all.